Hi angels, in today's video I was going out for an engagement party and I just wanted to do my makeup with you, so it's a voiceover video creating this full face of makeup this evening. And if you would like to see how I created this look, just keep watching. Before we get into the makeup, guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you come back regularly to see my videos, I thank you very much for taking the time to do so. This is a friendly space for the mature woman where I share tips, reviews and other wonderful things, the things that I enjoy for mature women, because I think we can still be fab over 50. So if that sounds like you, please consider subscribing to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, I would truly appreciate it, and let's get into this makeup look. I hope everybody is safe and well in these crazy times in the world at the moment, and that you are at home and safe with your loved ones. Now, I have got no foundation on at the moment, and I'm just pointing out all my pigmentation that I do have quite a lot around my face, and is why I like to wear foundation more or less on a daily basis. First off, we are going to use the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this and press it in over my face, and just really targeting the areas of my pores. I'm now going in with the La Prairie Cellular Foundation. I love this foundation and it's great for mature skin. And I'm just taking the concealer portion of this foundation and my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow brush that comes in the eyeshadow palettes. And I'm going to take the stiffer end of the brush and start spots concealing on some of my pigmentation before we go in with our foundation. After applying the concealer with the brush, I am now just patting it in with my fingers just to blend that into the skin. Now, trying something a little bit different, I am going to use a big fluffy powder brush in my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish pressed powder, and I'm going to apply a very, very light dusting of this powder all over my face. I'm hoping that this will help with the longevity of my foundation. Next, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to apply that to my eyelids and blending that in with a Morphe concealer brush just to spread that over my eyelids. So I'm just going to do my brows. I'm going to use the Benefit eyebrow pencil and my Kat Von D brow powder. Brows are done, and now we're going to go in with the eyeshadow palette, and I am using the Anastasia Soft Glam palette tonight. Taking the colour Orange Soda, I am just going to blend the shade in the outer corner of my eye and blending it into the just above the crease of my eye to use it as a transition shade. I am just going in with another layer to just softly and lightly layer up this transition colour in the eyes. Now taking the colour Burnt Orange and using the same Morphe R37 brush, I'm going to blend this in the outer corner and blending up into the crease just a little bit lower than the colour Orange Soda that we used previously, just to give some more depth to that socket line. Taking a Wayne Goss number 18 eyeshadow brush, I am going to take the colour Sienna, and we are just going to pop that starting in the inner corner, and we're just building on those colours that we've already laid down, layering these colours in depth colour as we go. So just really blending that in the outer corner, and then with what's left on the brush, I'm taking that towards the inner corner of the eye, but concentrating all that colour at the beginning in the outer corner of the eye. Taking the Sonia G Pencil Pro eyeshadow brush, I'm now going to go in with Cypress Umber, and we are just going to deepen up the very outer corner of the eye using the shadow, and I'm trying to blend the colour upward and outward to help lift my hooded eye. Going back with just a little bit more, I'm going to deepen up that outer corner and then slowly drag that in to the socket line to deepen up that socket area. I'm also concentrating on bringing it down just a little bit across the lower lash line as I am dragging that up and out in the upper corner as well to really define that outer V. Going back in with my Wayne Goss number 18 brush that we used earlier, and going back in with Sienna, I'm going to take this shadow and I'm just going to blend and soften the outer corner Cypress Umber that we'd laid down, just to blend that colour in towards the centre of the eye. Now taking the colour Sultry and a Morphe flat shader brush, or it's more of a fluffy flat shader brush, I'm going to take that shimmer shade and then I'm going to add that to the centre of my eye, now blending in the sienna colour further into the centre. Now going in with Rose Pink. I absolutely love this beautiful colour. It's a nice shimmery colour, and I'm going to be using a Morphe brush with that, and I'm just going to pack that on the inner portion of my lid, blending it to the colours that we have already laid down. Now going in with Tempera, I am just going to use a really small pencil brush here, and I'm just adding that into the inner corner of my eye. Taking a makeup wipe, I'm just going to tidy up under my eyes. As for a change, I've done my eyeshadow before my foundation, and I have just tidied up under the eye and cleaned up the outer corner. Now I'm taking my Too Faced Peach Perfect in warm beige, as well as my La Prairie foundation, and I'm going to mix the two as I'm in between shades at the moment, and warm beige just deepens and warms up my foundation shades at the moment, and doing this has been working really well for me. Then, as I've already done my eyebrows, I'm taking a really small shader brush here and just using that foundation to blend the foundation around my eyebrows. This is not something I'm used to doing. I usually do my foundation before everything, but I'm trying my best to do everything in a pretty good order tonight. Now that we've got our brows all sorted, I am now going to blend my foundation in with a damp beauty sponge. Going in with my Jeffree Star concealer, I'm going to just dot this under my eyes for my under eye concealer, and then I will continue to blend that in with my Kat Von D concealer brush, and I'm just lightly blending that in with the brush, and then finishing off by just blending it a little bit more with my beauty sponge, just so that I can take away any excess product that might be there. I don't need excess product under my eyes to make me look older than I really want to be. To set my under eyes, I use an e.l.f. blush brush actually, and my Hourglass powder for under my eyes, and that I just lightly dust that to set my concealer. Going in with my favourite powder, the Huda Easy Bake setting powder in Pound Cake. I'm just using a little velvet puff here to press this powder into my skin, and then I will go in with a big fluffy brush to brush away the excess. Going in now with the Kevin Kwan medium sculpting powder, and I'm going to use this to contour under my cheekbones, and I just take this from the top of my ear just inwards to under my pupil of my eye. And I'm using a Morphe brush here that has a really nice point to the brush so that it helps with the contour, and then just lightly going down the sides of my nose as well. For bronzer, I'm going in with one of my favourite bronzers, the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze Tantastic. This is one of my favourite bronzers, probably one of my two favourites, and I'm using the Sonia G face brush here, and I am just using the bronzer around my forehead to add some dimension, and I will also take it just above the contour on the cheeks there, blending it up towards the hairline to just give my face a bit of dimension and colour. I'm using a lot of favourites here tonight. This is the Cover FX Duo Blush in Pink Dahlia, one of my favourite blushes, and I mix the two sides together, so I mix the matte and the shimmer together, and I'm using the Sonia G Cheek Pro brush and just adding that to sort of the apples of my cheeks and blending it back into the bronzer. I am now going back into the Pound Cake Huda loose setting powder and my damp sponge, and I am just baking under my contour line just to further define that, as I have quite a sort of round face, and this just helps just give some structure to my face. I'm also adding this down the sides of my nose just to help soften that contour line down my nose as well. I'm just going to let that sit there for a little bit and bake just a wee bit, and I'm going in with another one of my faves, the Christian Dior 001 Luminizer, and using this as a highlighter with my Anastasia A23 highlighting brush just on the tops of my cheeks and just on my forehead as well a little bit to give me a little glow. Tip of my nose and Cupid's bow as well. Going in with a very large fluffy Morphe powder brush, and I'm just brushing away all of that extra powder, blending it all in and sort of semi-buffing everything over my face just to make the highlight, the contours, everything, all those lines sort of soften and blur in a little bit. Now we're going to do the under eye area, and I'm now going to go in with orange soda and my R37 Morphe brush. Sorry, I'm not doing the under eye. I'm going back and blending the transition area so that it looks more blown out and more blended rather than having any harsh lines. Going in with a Wayne Goss number 20 brush, I am going to now take the colour Rustic and I am just going to run that under my eye in the lower lash line, just softly smudging that out and connecting it to the outer V. Something I have been doing lately is lifting up my eyelid so that when I'm using a colour to connect my under eye to the outer V, by lifting my eyelid I'm getting that little fold so that I don't get a little white patch in that area, and then I'm just blending that more into the outer V, so connecting it up with my under eye, blending it in with the outer V, but lifting that eyelid to catch any loose skin that might give me a white gap. I'm now trying out a new mascara I picked up today. It's the new Maybelline Falsies mascara, and I'm just going to add that to my upper lashes. Using the Marc Jacobs gel liner highliner in Blacker, I'm just going to line my waterline. Taking one of my favourite lip liners by KKW Beauty and lining my lips. And using the L'Oreal lipstick in number 370, Jennifer's Nude, using that as my lipstick for the evening. Finishing my brows off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, just to try and hold my unruly brows in place. Trying to put my false eyelashes on, which proved to be a difficult job, but we got there in the end, and then we finally got there. Okay guys, so that's the finished look with a full face of makeup this evening. I had an awful time putting on my blasted lashes tonight, but this is the dress that I'm wearing. It's a wee bit short, but that's okay. So thanks for joining me guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Please give it a thumbs up. We're running really late, so I've got someone else wrapping up the present. If you enjoyed that, please give it a thumbs up. Would truly appreciate it. I hope you've all had a wonderful and a beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See ya. Bye.